welcome back and welcome to my sort of TBR for the month of May, as I'm going to be participating in the Asian Readathon. For those of you that don't know, the Asian Readathon is a readathon hosted by WithCindy. I'll leave a link to her channel announcing it and stuff, and she's got all the links as well for the Google Doc and the story group graph sort of lists and things if you want to take part in this. And because I believe in America it's Asian American and Pacific Islanders History Month and stuff, so that's kind of why this happens now. It's basically just to try and encourage people to read more diversely and with a specific spotlight on Asian authors. So yeah, I actually have a stack of books here that I've been meaning to get through, you know, that are all written by Asian authors and have Asian characters. It's not as diverse within the Asian continent as I want it to be, but you know, I'm a little broke at the moment, so I can't really afford to be going out to buy books specifically for this when I have enough books to get me through the prompts, and you know, that I already have that I really want to read anyway. So without any further ado, this is the books I'm going to be trying to read in May. So the first prompt is read a book written by an Asian author, so you know, I'm going to be hitting that with all of these. So I kind of got these sort of like two books that I'll just kind of like have as my floaters, and that is If I Had Your Face by Frances Cha and She Who Became the Sun by Shelley Parker Chen. So She Who Became the Sun I heard loads about, and I actually was lucky enough to get this for free when I was working as a bookseller, because you can kind of just ask publishers for certain books in this sort of like email that you get out every week, and they'll basically give it back to you in exchange for a review and stuff. So I'm really looking forward to reading this one. I've heard mixed opinions on it, to be honest, but I'm definitely interested to read it and find out what my opinion is going to be. And If I Had Your Face is one that my sister actually got me for my birthday last month. That follows 4 different women in Seoul, and just it almost feels a little like girl, woman, other-esque, which is kind of like, you know, they've all got their own things going on, I'm sure, and I think they all know each other. And you know, it's really just about, you know, female strength and resilience and stuff like that. So I am really, really looking forward to reading this one. It's not something I tend to read because, you know, my sister picked it for me, and it's actually quite different from a lot of the stuff I tend to read, but I'm actually really looking forward to reading it. It sounds fascinating. I loved Girl, Women, Other, so if it's anything like that, I'm definitely going to be excited about that. So yeah, really, these are going to be my sort of 2 for just kind of like, you know, the first prompt, read something by an Asian author. Number 2 is read a book that features a female character and or a older woman character. And I've actually picked The Mermaid from Jeju by Sumi Han, and this is the other book that my sister bought me for my birthday. And again, it's a historical fiction book, which is again something I don't tend to read, and it's definitely, I think, about this girl, and also her mother is quite a sort of prominent figure I think in this book, but it definitely counts for the kind of like older women being a feature in this book. So yeah, this is a Korean author as well, set in Korea, so this is like really, really interesting sort of period of history as well, sort of after the Second World War, with the sort of Japanese kind of like, you know, the Japanese being forced to withdraw, but now there's loads of US troops and stuff in the in the country. You know, it definitely sounds really, really interesting. It's not some part of history that I don't really know too much about, because obviously we get told Eurocentric stuff. So yeah, really, really excited to read this one. Yeah, I kind of have nothing else really to say. Really looking forward to it because, like I said, it's not something I tend to read. It's the other one my sister bought for me, so yeah, really looking forward to this one. Number 3 is you want to read a book that is about set in a world that you want to visit, or something that's completely different from your normal world. And for that I've gone for The Girl Who Fell Beneath the Sea by Axie Oh. And this is, you know, I think set underwater and stuff, so obviously very different from where I tend to usually hang out as a sort of, you know, breathing air kind of person. So yeah, really, really fascinating. Before anyone comes for me for the whole you have to read different books by different people from different ethnicities, and I've already mentioned a Korean author. I know, okay, I know. Some of these I'm going to have to use for like multiple and stuff, so this can maybe become 2 or 3, you know, officially, but you know, like I said, I typically want to read more diversity than I have, but like I said, this is the kind of stack of books that I have, and I can't really afford going out to find more. If I manage to get through all these and I can justify buying more books, I will. You know, I'm never going to pass up the opportunity, but yeah, just kind of side note there. But yeah, this is a beautiful book cover, I absolutely love it, and this is one that I bought when I was initially going to buy it for my friend, and then I thought, alright, you're not buying this for Anna, you're buying this for yourself. Let's be real here. So yeah, I am so excited to read this one. I've heard loads of really good things about it, beautiful cover, it sounds like a really interesting premise as well, so yeah. This is going to be my one for number 3. And number 4 is read a book by an Asian author which has a beautiful cover that's worthy of having googly eyes, and for that I've gone with Daughter of the Moon Goddess. This is one that I've heard so much about, and just look at this cover. Like, I know the US cover is pretty, but I think the UK cover personally is more favourite for me. I've also got the Watson's edition with sprayed edges and stuff. You know, just really, really nice colour combination, like pink and this sort of shade of green go really, really well together. Pink and blue as well, like, you know, this kind of like bluishy green with pink. It's always just a really good colour combination. So yeah, like, absolutely love this cover. Heard so many good things about this, and I really, really cannot wait to read it. And finally, read a book by an Asian author that has a high rating or was highly recommended. Now, nobody would shut up about Six Crimson Cranes, so I am definitely going to get into this one. My friend's also read it and she recommended it. She said it was really, really good, so that's going to count for my one for number 5. So yeah, absolutely excited to read this one. I really, really love these covers as well, like really, really gorgeous. And that's kind of all I really have to say. People have given this recommended this loads. My friend has recommended it directly to me. So yeah, I'm really, really excited to read this one. Like, I bought it ages ago and I've just not had a chance to get to it yet. So really, really excited to finally have a proper excuse to sit down and read this. And those are all the books that I'm planning to read this month, in the month of May. If I can get a hold of a copy of The Theft of Sunlight though as well, which is the sequel to Thorn, which I read last year, which I really, really liked, I'm definitely going to be reading that as well. And you know, because I've got a lot more time to read things, so if I make it my way through all of these, I'm definitely going to be trying to read more books by any authors from a few more different countries and stuff, from just the ones I mentioned here. I think here we've got Korean, Chinese and Malaysian authors. So yeah, but yeah, that's another book that I kind of got in my head that I definitely want to get a hold of soon, because I actually really, really enjoyed Thorn and I really, really want to see what happens in Theft of Sunlight. But yeah, those are the books I'm going to be planning to read in May. Let me know if you're taking part in the Asian Readathon. What books are you going to be reading? Let me know down below in the comments. I'd love to hear from you. Feel free to like and feel free to subscribe. That should bring me back to a more regular kind of posting schedule now that I'm finished with my university deadlines. But thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time.